Hello students, in previous lecture we have studied significance of modulation index and some problems on amplitude modulation. Now in today's lecture we are going to learn about different types of problems on amplitude modulation and the concept of frequency modulation in detail. Now let us see problem number first. A spectrum analysis of AM wave gives the following information: 50 volt at 750 kHz, 20 volt at 752 kHz, 20 volt at 748 kHz. Find carrier frequency, USB, LSB and bandwidth. Okay students, now first we have to read the problem carefully, then we have to write down the given things from the problem. Okay students, here the given things are 50 volt at 750 kHz, 20 volt at 752 kHz and 20 volt at 748 kHz. As the problem is given about the spectrum analysis of AM wave, and we know that this is a spectrum of amplitude modulated signal, as we know that this AM signal consists of the three terms, two side bands. This is carrier signal having frequency FC. This is upper side band having frequency FC plus FM. This is LSB, lower side band having frequency FC minus FM. Now from given problem we can determine which is the term related to carrier. Okay, now as this is given here 50 volt, this is the amplitude, and 750 kilohertz, this is a frequency. If we observe carefully from these three terms, two voltages, 20 volt here and 20 volt here, for the frequency 752 and 748 kilohertz, it is same. So we can say that this 20 volt is nothing but amplitude of two side bands. Okay students, out of these two side bands, one is LSB and another is USB. So LSB having less frequency than USB. So here 748 is the frequency of LSB. It is 748 kilohertz. If the frequency is more than this LSB, that is USB, so 752 kilohertz. Okay students, now the frequency 750 kilohertz, it is the carrier frequency. Okay students, it is 750 kilohertz. Or we can say that the frequency of lower side band is always less than that of the frequency of carrier and frequency of upper side band. Therefore this is the lower frequency than these two side bands. Therefore the frequency is 748 kilohertz. This is a frequency for LSB, that is lower side band, and the frequency which is larger than the carrier frequency called as a frequency of upper side band. So out of these three frequencies, 752 kilohertz, this is the frequency of USB, and the remaining 750 kilohertz frequency, this is the frequency of carrier. Okay student, so from this amplitude modulated spectrum we can say that this is a frequency of carrier, this is frequency of upper side band, and this is a frequency of lower side band. Okay student, so we can write here. So we can write here, from the given data of AM spectrum, the carrier frequency is about 750 kilohertz. Then LSB frequency is 748 kilohertz and frequency of upper sideband, this is 752 kilohertz. Okay students, now last term we have to find out bandwidth. This bandwidth is given here twice FM, or this is a band of frequencies from LSB to USB. Okay student, so in another words we can say that the bandwidth is given by, it is the difference of F, frequency of upper sideband, and frequency of lower sideband. So the formula will be bandwidth is equal to F USB minus F LSB, and we know that the upper sideband frequency is 752 kilohertz and lower sideband frequency is 748 kilohertz. So by subtracting lower sideband frequency from upper sideband frequency, we'll get the bandwidth, and this is 4 kilohertz. So the bandwidth of the spectrum is 4 kilohertz. Students, in this way we can find out the carrier frequency, LSB frequency, USB frequency, and bandwidth. Okay students. Now in this second problem, it is given here, if 38 kilohertz carrier wave is modulated by 1 kilohertz audio signal, calculate the frequencies of sidebands. This is so simple problem. First we have to write down given things. 38 kilohertz, it is a frequency of carrier. Okay students, and 1 kilohertz, as this is audio signal, so this is frequency of modulating signal because it is less than that of the carrier signal. Okay students, as this is related to audio frequency range and this is a radio frequency range, so this is the frequency of carrier and this is the frequency of modulating signal respectively. Okay students, now solution. What we have to find out? Frequencies of sidebands. So first, F LSB means frequency of lower sideband, and it is given here frequency of lower sideband is FC minus FM. Here FC is 38 kilohertz minus 1 kilohertz. So FLSB is given here 37 kilohertz. Okay students. So in this way we can write here, this is the frequency of lower sideband. Now second, frequency of upper sideband is equals to FC plus FM. Just changing the sign from above equation, 38 plus 1, it is 39 kilohertz. Okay, in this way this is the frequency of upper sideband. Okay students, so we can write at last F LSB is equals to 37 kilohertz and F USB is equal to 39 kilohertz. Okay students, in this way this is a solution of given problem. Okay students, just you have to remember the formula for frequency of lower sideband and frequency of upper sideband. Okay students, now this is last problem. Here, calculate the wavelength if frequency of signal is first 550 kilohertz and second 12 megahertz. Now here, first we have to find out wavelength for the frequency 550 kilohertz, and we know the formula So the solution lambda is equals to C upon F. Okay, but C is equals to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Okay students, as the value of C is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, by putting this value in the formula of wavelength, therefore lambda is equals to 3 into 10 raised to 8 upon frequency is 550 into 10 raised to 3. It is in kilohertz. Okay students, so we'll get the value lambda is equals to 545.45 meter for 550 kilohertz. Okay students, so this is wavelength for 550 kilohertz frequency. Now let us find out wavelength for second frequency range. This is 12th megahertz. By putting this value, lambda is equals to 3 into 10 raised to 8 upon 12th into 10 raised to 6. It is given in megahertz. Okay students, so finally the answer is 25 meters. Okay students, so lambda for the frequency range 12 megahertz is 25 meters. In this way you can solve different types of problems on amplitude modulation. Okay students, you have to remember the different formulas which I have given like this: carrier signal, modulating signal. Formula for carrier signal, it is represented here Vc sin omega ct. It is amplitude, it is frequency. Same here for modulating signal. This is Vm is the amplitude of modulating signal, and omega m or 2 pi fm, this is the frequency for modulating signal. And the formula for upper sideband, it is FUSB fc plus fm. Then formula for frequency of lower sideband, it is fc minus fm. Modulation index, if you know amplitude of modulating signal and carrier signal, then you can find out with the help of this formula. Ma is equals to Vm upon Vc, or Ma is equal to Ec max minus Ec minimum upon Ec max plus Ec minimum, and bandwidth is equal to twice Fm, or you can write here FUSB minus FLSB, and at last amplitudes of sideband is equal to MVC upon 2. Okay students, now let us see what is mean by frequency modulation. As we know that in amplitude modulation, carrier's amplitude is changes. Means in amplitude modulation, there is a change in amplitude of the carrier in accordance with the instantaneous value of the modulating signal by keeping phase and frequency constant. But in this frequency modulation, here only change in the frequency of the carrier by keeping phase and amplitude constant. Okay students, so we can say that the frequency modulation is nothing but the process in which the frequency of carrier is changes in accordance with the instantaneous value of the amplitude of modulating signal by keeping frequency by keeping phase and amplitude of the signal constant. Okay, here you can see this is audio frequency signal called as modulating signal. Okay students, having frequency range in between 20 Hz to 20 kHz, means this is audio frequency range. Then this is a high frequency carrier having frequency range 20 kilohertz to 20 megahertz. So this is RF signal. This RF signal is called as a carrier signal. Now, as there is a change in only frequency of the carrier in accordance with the instantaneous value of the amplitude of modulating signal. So, if there is a maximum frequency, that is at the positive peak, you can see the waveforms up to this positive peak marked with the dotted line here get compressed here. Okay students, as this is a positive peak, at this positive peak maximum frequency, the carrier frequency get compressed. You can see the compressed waveform. As this is a negative edge, so at this stage you can see this portion, the waveforms are expanded here. Again there is a compression. You can see the compressed waveform, means there is a change in the frequency in accordance with the amplitude of the modulating signal. Okay student. Now, as you can see the different type of waveform, modulating signal, carrier signal, and this is the final frequency modulated signal. Okay students, so remember this point. There is a change in only frequency of the carrier, but there is no change in amplitude and phase of the carrier signal. Okay, so this is a definition. It is the process in which the frequency of a carrier signal is varied in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of modulating signal by keeping amplitude and phase constant. As we know that in amplitude modulated signal, it has two sidebands, upper sideband and lower sideband. Okay students. Students, you can see there is a change in the frequency of the carrier with change in the amplitude of the modulating signal. Okay students, so we can say that this FM is used in TV transmitters and radio transmitter for transmission of sound signals. As the modulating signal amplitude increases, the carrier frequency increases. If the amplitude of modulating signal decreases, the carrier frequency decreases. Okay students, so the amount of change in the carrier frequency produced by modulating signal is known as frequency deviation, and it is denoted by letter FD, or in some reference book it is given here delta F. Okay students, so the frequency of modulating signal determines how many times per second the carrier frequency deviates above and below its normal center frequency. So this is called as frequency deviation rate, and frequency modulation is also called as angle modulation. Okay students, so the equation of frequency deviation is given here, F max minus Fc, or this is equal to Fc minus F minimum. Or we can write here, if we have to find out F max, maximum frequency, is equal to carrier frequency plus frequency deviation, that is Fd, or F minimum is equal to Fc minus Fd. If we have to represent in case of delta F, so F max is equal to Fc plus delta F, and F minimum is equal to Fc minus delta F. Okay students, then here modulation index, it is the ratio of frequency deviation, means delta F here, this frequency deviation to the modulating frequency. Okay, so modulation index F is equal to Fd upon Fm. Okay, so the ratio of frequency deviation to the modulating frequency is known as modulation index. And if we have to find out percentage of modulation, so it is the ratio of actual frequency deviation to the maximum carrier deviation allowed, and it is represented in the formula percentage of modulation is equals to actual frequency deviation upon maximum frequency deviation allowed multiplied by 100. Next, center frequency. This is also most important term related to frequency modulation. It is represented with letter Fc. The frequency of unmodulated carrier, is called as resting frequency or center frequency. Means, students, we can say that the frequency of carrier signal is nothing but center frequency. Okay, students, and remember that after the modulation, this frequency, that is center frequency, changes from Fc minus Fd to Fc plus Fd. Okay, students. Now, next term, carrier swing. What is meant by carrier swing? This carrier swing is nothing but the total variation in frequency of the carrier from lowest frequency to the highest frequency is called carrier swing, and this carrier swing is denoted with the letter Cs is equals to twice Fd. Okay, students? So remember this. The change in the frequency of the carrier from lower frequency to the highest frequency, it is nothing but carrier swing. Now, next is the deviation ratio. As we know that the change in the frequency is called as delta F or frequency deviation. As this frequency deviation is nothing but the amount of change in the carrier frequency produced by the modulating signal. So, this deviation ratio is nothing but this is the ratio of maximum allowable frequency deviation to the maximum modulating frequency. Okay, students, and it is denoted by letter D. Deviation ratio D is equals to Fd max upon Fm max. Okay, students, so in this way these are the different terms related to frequency modulation, and frequency modulation is nothing but the change in the carrier frequency in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of the modulating signal by keeping phase and amplitude constant. The first term is frequency deviation, then this modulation index, then percentage of modulation, then center frequency, carrier swing, and deviation ratio. These are the different terms related to frequency modulation. Now, students, look at this frequency spectrum of FM signal, and this frequency spectrum gives the number of sidebands are present in FM signal with this carrier. Okay, students? So, in frequency modulation, theoretically, infinite number of pairs of upper and lower sidebands are generated here. In this figure, you can see the spectrum of typical FM signal, okay, and produced by modulating a carrier with single frequency sine wave. Okay, students, the sidebands are spaced from carrier and from one another by a frequency equal to the modulating frequency FM. As the amplitude of modulating signal changes, the frequency deviation will change. So, these are the number of sidebands, their amplitude and their spacing depends upon the frequency deviation and modulating frequency. In this FM process, there is a production of infinite number of sideband, but only those with amplitude at least 1% of unmodulated carrier are significant sidebands. So, how to know the significant sideband? Knowing the modulation index, the number and the amplitude of significant sideband can be calculated. This is done through a mathematical process known as the Bessel's function. The higher the modulation index, the wider is the bandwidth, and the new term rises here, the bandwidth. So students, here bandwidth, higher the bandwidth. So this bandwidth is the most important factor, and theoretically infinite bandwidth is required for FM station. The higher the modulation index, the wider the bandwidth of FM signal. The bandwidth may be restricted by putting an upper limit on the modulation index. So the bandwidth is given by the formula twice n FM max, where n is equal to number of significant sidebands. According to Carson's rule, bandwidth is given by 2 into bracket FD max plus FM max. Okay students? In this way we can say that as compared to amplitude modulation, in amplitude modulation there are only two sidebands, upper sidebands and lower sidebands. But here are number of sidebands are present here in frequency modulation. Okay students? And the term related to these sidebands called as a guard bands. In FM radio broadcast station, width of channel is 150 kHz. On both sides of the channel there are band of 25 kHz each. To avoid the interference with neighboring channels, these bands are called as guard bands. Okay students? So students, remember all these terms related to frequency modulation. This is a diagram of frequency modulation and this is a frequency spectrum of FM signal. Okay? So remember, these are the two important terms, guard bands and bandwidth also, with related to frequency modulation. Now this is assignment number 4, chapter 5th, paper 1. Question number 1. A carrier wave of frequency 1305 kHz and peak value 100 volt is amplitude modulated by 5 kHz audio wave of amplitude 60 volt. Determine modulation index and bandwidth. Draw the frequency domain display. Students, you have to draw the frequency spectrum of AM signal. Okay? Now, this question carries 5 marks. Question number 2. Explain principle of FM using suitable waveforms and explain the terms frequency deviation, center frequency and modulation index. Okay students, all these terms are related to FM. This question carries 5 marks. Students, send me answer sheet in PDF format. Okay? So today we have finished frequency modulation in detail and some problems on amplitude modulation. In next lecture, we'll see some problems on frequency modulation and comparison of amplitude modulation and frequency modulation. Okay students, thank you.